On the heels of the Supreme Court's gay marriage ruling on Friday, 2016 presidential candidate Hillary Clinton attacked some of her Republican rivals for their position on that issue. Watch.
Many of the Republican candidates for president who seemed determined to lead us right back into the past. Instead of trying to turn back the clock, they should be joining us in saying loudly and clearly, no, no to discrimination once and for all.
That's where she stands today, but it's a pretty recent development. In case you've forgotten, here's where she was about a decade ago.
I believe that marriage is not just a bond, but a sacred bond between a man and a woman.
Is that hypocrisy or is it evolution? Joining us now, radio talk show host and Fox News contributor Tammy Bruce and townhall.com's Guy Benson, also the co-author of the book End of Discussion. Welcome to you both.
Hey there.
Tammy, first to you.
Hey.
Is this legit? I mean, people, of course, change their views. Hillary Clinton has changed her views. Shouldn't she give a break, however, to people who hold the view that she held pretty recently?
Well, yes, and actually, Mrs. Clinton and her husband did more damage to gay civil rights than any Republican on earth. You're looking at the Defense of Marriage Act, Don't Ask, Don't Tell. They went out of their way to change this nation against the progress of gay civil rights. So it seems a bit hypocritical, certainly disingenuous, but they don't want you talking about that. They don't want you seeing what they and what she actually did versus comments by, and look, some of the Republican candidates, you heard Carly Fiorina, many of the arguments are they should have stayed at the state level. But the bottom line is now that I think it was a good decision that you're looking at the 14th Amendment and equal protection. We can debate that, but it is now the law of the land, and I think it's a good conservative decision in that this lessens the power of government. What they did is the government retreated in saying what you can't do, and that's what conservatives have always argued. And I think that stability is important, more families are important, people settling down is important and good for the economy. So I think that there's good conservative arguments for this, but the Clintons in particular don't want you discussing who perhaps the real problem is, and that's the Democrat Party and its leadership who have pushed civil rights back for people because it suited them at the time.
Yeah, the Defense of Marriage Act seems to be lost to history.
Yeah.
Guy, the idea always was tolerance. You know, you've got your views, I've got mine, but we can live together in happy coexistence. Is that the direction the country seems to be moving?
Well, it's not, unfortunately. And first of all, as it pertains to Hillary Clinton, what really gets to me is the self-righteousness. All of a sudden, these people who had the exact same opinion as Republicans on the issue like 7 minutes ago are preening because that's how the culture has moved, and particularly the base of their party, and a lot of young people as well. And I say that as someone who is in favor of same-sex marriage. You know, it's just a bit much for them to be peddling this brand new position that they've got as if it's been a long-held belief, which just isn't true. But Tucker, your point, I think, is a really important one, and it's something that we really get into in our book, End of Discussion. For America to coexist and actually live in sort of an open-minded culture, we have to stop assuming the worst about one another's motives. And we're not doing that. And I think that's been one of the big problems on both sides of this debate. You have some people on the, if you want to call them anti-gay right, who will say that gay people are trying to, poison our culture with perversion and, impact the children in some sort of negative way. And then you've got the left saying, oh, people who believe in traditional marriage, they are hateful, they are bigots. And we're not going to really make much progress and come together as a country if we keep impugning one another's motives.
That's for certain. Tammy, I wish we had more time, but we don't. So quickly, how should the Republicans respond to this ruling?
Well, I've been arguing that, look, this is the time to stand up for religious liberty, that Americans, especially those of us who want gay marriage, those of us who are gay, it is time to recognize that a civil rights victory for gays means we've got to stand up for everyone else. There will be bad actors on the left who want to use this to punish Christians, and that is the argument. And the Republican candidates would do well to not make this be about gay marriage, but to make this about defending religious liberty, small businesses, individual Christians, and that we should stand with them, all of us.
Tammy
agree,
Bruce, Guy
100%.
Benson, we could do a full-hour special with both of you.
Let's.
I would love to. I promise you. We're out of time this morning. Thanks for joining us both.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.